This is Steph from Team Incredible VTSY, and let me share my screen. Today I'm going to talk about the coronavirus in Mongolia. I know what you're thinking, because like every single hour and every single day we're talking and hearing sad news about it. But today I want to share with you guys that what's actually going on in my country. Let me start with the real-time world status that like the virus has killed more than 1,100 people and then also infected 2 million people, and it's affecting 210 countries. So like out of curiosity, like where will be the last place to catch COVID-19? But I assume that like by the end of this presentation, like you will be left with the question why, and will be the big why. So yes, how did it start? We all know that like one interesting fact is that in the coronavirus, also the SARS outbreak of 2003 have two things in common, and both are from the same virus family, and also like they're more likely passed from animals to human. And the source of virus like is believed to be in the wet market in Wuhan, China, but the animal source hasn't been yet identified. But like even though the original host is thought to be bats. So let's talk about the case of Mongolia. Currently, like the World Health Organization is particularly concerned at the ability of those small countries in the world to control the disease. So far, Mongolia borders with China as wide as like 4,600 kilometers, yet only we have 30 imported cases and 5 of them are recovered. And I will say it again, those are only imported cases. And then so here we can see that various measures taken by our government, and those include like closure of air and border crossing between China and Mongolia. It started since 27th of January, which was much earlier than any other country. We were the second country that closed our borders with China. And then suspension of all international flights and passenger trains. That's why I'm stuck at home right now. And then all public events have been canceled. All educational institutions are remain to close, and citizens are prohibited to travel those countries. Also temporary closure of all gym, club, sport hall, and even the libraries. It's time to talk about the very strange case that happened in Mongolia a month ago. And this was the first case that confirmed in the French energy company employee who traveled from Moscow on 2nd of March. And it said that like there were 120 people that have had close contact with him, and also 500 people were investigated as like in direct contact with the patient. And also he visited many places during his stay in Mongolia, like even including 3 different restaurants, hotels. Even he took a train to travel to other provinces, and also he had conferences with company employer for several days. But like after many tests, but there were no infected people, and until now there's no infection in the community. So it's imperative for Mongolia like to take COVID-19 very seriously, because like it's vulnerability, because we only 3 million and 1 million people living in the capital city now, which is quite crowded. And then here comes the question that like why there's no case of community transmission, and we have free prediction at this moment. So firstly, like strict measures for containing the outbreak, like many other countries in the world, like they are taking same measurements, but it's like it's just a matter of time. Maybe we started it much earlier. And then secondly, like Mongolians, they have different immune system, and then we need more accurate research, scientific research on it. And then lastly, and many people guess that we have already infected and then recovered, which means we have now herd immunity. And by that time that outbreak first started in China, there was tough flu season in Mongolia, like almost 62% of all like emergency calls related to children, and also 40 percent of all like hospital visits were related to the flu. And by that time, I was just back from Korea, and then many people around me like talking about this unfamiliar type of flu, and like many people were suffering from this one for several days, and that it's a prediction, just prediction. So like as I mentioned before, maybe we have different immune system which relates to the daily products or our traditional drink and food which we daily consume. So here's a simple one of them fact example is that sea buckthorn juice, like we usually drink this one during the cold season, and also when we drink it when we got flu. So according to the Korean researchers at the Ewha University, Professor Yoon Na, and in their recent study claims that like this probiotic bacteria extract from buckthorn berry had lots of like L-gaziri, which repress the activation of purine and energy source required for the mutation of new coronavirus. And so here's the final thought question. And maybe Mongolians might have different immune system. And also lastly, do we really have the herd immunity? And thank you for your attention.